There was a time when worship meant bowing to something unseen, something higher, something divine. But today, the world bows differently. Not to God, but to money, to fame, to their own reflections. We say we are free, yet everything we do is in chains. Chains of validation, chains of likes, chains of appearance, chains of trends that expire faster than our peace. People worship wealth. They measure success by the size of a car, not the size of contentment. They call luxury the goal, but luxury is never satisfied. It always wants more. Money becomes God. It decides how we walk, talk, behave, marry, and even dream. We chase promotions, not purpose. We scroll through envy, not gratitude. And when our hearts ache in emptiness, we call it stress, not spiritual poverty. People worship women. Not the purity of their soul, but the shape of their body. Not their wisdom, but their appearance. They claim to honor women, yet use them to sell perfume, cars, shoes, and even food. Every billboard screams, your worth is how you look. Every advertisement whispers, you are never enough. So women are pushed to worship the mirror instead of the Creator, to spend hours perfecting what will one day turn to dust, while the soul grows hollow from neglect. And when a woman in Islam covers herself, not because she hates beauty, but because she refuses to be reduced to it, the world calls her oppressed. When she chooses modesty, they call her backward. But when she chooses exposure, they call her brave. What strange logic! What deep hypocrisy! If freedom means following the crowd, is it really freedom? If showing skin is the only proof of confidence, then we have misunderstood confidence. If a woman must undress to be respected, then it is not respect, it is slavery to opinion. She becomes a prisoner of gaze, of society's praise, and of her own reflection. And when she grows tired, when beauty fades, when filters fail, she realizes she was never free. She was serving the god of image. Men too are not spared. They worship their muscles, their cars, their games, their wealth. They spend hours at the gym but seconds in prayer. They seek control over others, yet lose control over their own desires. They are told to chase pleasure, not purity, to look, to stare, to want, to take. And when they are consumed by lust, they blame the world, never themselves. But Islam told men first, lower your gaze, control your eyes, and you will control your heart. Respect her not because she hides, but because she is sacred. And respect yourself not because you are strong, but because you have restraint. The truth is, both men and women have forgotten who they are. We were created to worship the one who gave us everything. But now we worship everything except him. We worship brands, beauty, success, followers, and even our own opinions. We worship coffee, yet forget the one who made the bean. We thank the waiter but forget the Creator. We post gratitude on social media but ignore the prayer mat. We show appreciation for the one who brewed our drink, but we show arrogance to the one who made the water. The one who gave us hands to hold, a tongue to taste, a nose to smell, eyes to see, and a heart to feel. He gave us everything, yet we forget him for everything. We chase shadows and wonder why we never find light. We fill our homes with things, but our hearts remain empty. We say we own, but what do we really own? The house, the job, the phone, all can be taken in seconds. One illness, one accident, one decree, and the illusion breaks. And in that moment, when loss strikes, when the world turns silent, when we are alone with our thoughts, we realize nothing was ours to begin with. Not the beauty, not the strength, not the health, not even the breath. It all belonged to him. We only borrowed what we brag about. This world says show yourself, so they'll see your worth. But Islam says hide yourself, so only God sees your sincerity. This world says follow your desire. Islam says master it, or it will master you. This world says express yourself. Islam says discipline yourself. Because freedom is not doing what you want. Freedom is not being ruled by what you want. We live in times where truth sounds like oppression, and deception sounds like liberation, where modesty is mocked and exposure is praised, where the one who remembers God is called extreme, but the one who forgets him is called modern. Yet the most peaceful hearts are still those that submit, those who wake before dawn to whisper to their Lord, those who give charity when no one sees, those who lower their gaze when temptation calls, those who wear modesty like armor and humility like perfume, those who do not need the world to see them because God already does. True liberation is not walking half naked in front of the world. True liberation is walking away from the need to impress it. It is silence when the ego screams. It is gratitude when others complain. It is purity when others call it old-fashioned. It is obedience when the world calls it oppression. And so, the question remains, is this hypocrisy, or just a difference of what we choose to worship? For everyone worships something. Some worship the Creator. Some worship the creation. But only one of them leads to peace. So look around. We are surrounded by people chasing beauty, money, fame, validation. And yet, depression grows. Anxiety spreads. Divorce rates rise. Hearts are empty. Because when you chase everything except God, everything except God will exhaust you. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever makes this world his concern, Allah will make poverty appear before his eyes. But whoever makes the hereafter his concern, Allah will make his heart rich." So choose your master. Choose whom you serve. Because every soul bows, either to God or to the world. And when we lose everything, that's when we finally realize nothing was ours to begin with.